Testing, 1, 2, 3. Should have audio now, hopefully. What about now? Looks like it's working. Got audio? What's happening? So yeah, I've got a little different setup today. Because you guys were talking about the mics last time, I got this DJI lav mic things, which are really cool actually. So I'm going to be using these at MWC. There will be some giveaway stuff. It's not actually what I wanted to give away. I'm still looking for the goddamn Realme pad, which I've been planning to give away for so long, but I did a bit of a clear up in the space here, and I don't know where the hell I put it, but I've got a bunch of other goodies under the desk, which hopefully some of you guys are going to want. We'll give them away completely, absolutely free to channel members, and literally the channel membership's like $1 a month, and that for me is just to cover the shipping fees for giving away stuff that's been stacking up here in the studio. What's happening, Aditya? NetPark, what's going on? How's it out in Greece at the moment? JJ, what's going on? What's good, my guy? One thing I notice is there's a massive delay on this stream. I don't know how to get rid of that. So I'm seeing your comments like literally 30 seconds after you post them, which is really quite annoying, which means you're hearing the responses to your questions and stuff late. Not much I can do about that. Anyway, let's get to the point now. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I don't want this stream to be too long. So what I'm going to do today is unbox this. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and also I'm going to check my facts as we go through, because I'll be honest with you, I haven't done a massive amount of homework on this. I've not used a VR headset in years. So yeah, so I can check the facts here. I have done some homework, so you'll be glad to know I do know a little bit about this. So we'll unbox it. I'll give you guys a bit of a guided tour. We'll get a close-up look at some of the design things and the upgrades. I'll give you my first impressions, what I think of it. One thing I will say about this, which concerns me straight away, is the fact that right now, and I know they will at some point, but right now, you can't buy the controllers standalone, which means if you end up throwing one of these at a wall and it shatters into pieces, your only option to use your PSVR again will be to buy an entire new set, which is more expensive than the actual console, I believe. Well, this version is anyway with the game, so that's pretty crazy. I'm sure Sony will be will start stocking the controllers separately. One other concern as well about this is the cable that goes from the actual headset to the PlayStation is hardwired in, which means if you forget to take it off and you walk to the kitchen to make a cup of tea and that cable gets damaged, you're going to need someone that knows what they're doing to fix it back to the headset. That's a bit of a concern. I wish they'd have gone with the sort of locking USB-C cable like they did with the DualSense Edge controller. I love this controller, by the way. This is brilliant. It's my favorite controller by far. Yeah, so if they had that locking mechanism for that, fantastic. All right, let me just check comments and then we'll get unboxing this thing. Okay, cool. All right, let's get this unboxing. So this is the Call of the Mountain version of the VR headset. I don't have any VR games that are supported at the moment. One of the cool things about this, though, I hear, is that you can actually use it with regular games just as like a kind of big monitor. And the great thing about this as well is if you don't have a 120 hertz monitor or TV, you can actually just use this as your 120 hertz display. So it gives you the full quality of the PlayStation in 4K HDR 120 hertz. This is contents of the box: VR headset, the controllers, the VR2 Sense controllers they call it, the cable for pairing and charging, stereo headphones, so you get little earbud style headphones, 6 earpieces, silicone tips, so that you can make sure you got the right fit in your ear. The game voucher, not the actual disc. I thought it would be the disc, to be honest. A bit disappointed about that. And the printing materials. Let's have a look. Feel a new real. Cutting edge performance. So here's some of the specs actually. 120 hertz is 4K HDR, 110 field of view. So that's an expanded field of view now, which is good. Quick setup with the software. The 3D audio, that's a big deal. So with the 3D audio, you'll actually be able to tell where things are coming from up and down, not just stereo left and right now. So hopefully that will work properly. I guess it's something that's going to come into games in the future. And then we've got these just advertising some of the games and stuff here. Okay. Oh, I've torn the box. When I film these and edit these videos, the unboxing looks way more elegant. Right now I'm making a horrible mess of this. God damn it. Let's just do this. There we go. Yeah. That was not a good move. Okay. So, first out the box, we have the cable for charging the, does that focus it? It's not focusing, is it? I've just got to check the focus on this camera. Oh no, it should. So that's the USB-A to USB-C charging cable for the controllers. Here's the earbuds. So they're just regular earbuds. These aren't going to compare to proper gaming headsets. Particularly, you know, if you want that 360 audio effect. I mean, you'll get some of it here with earbuds, but the reality is you're going to need a better pair of headphones. And actually, for the PlayStation, let me show you something. Although Sony PlayStation have never, ever, ever sent me anything for review, Sony InZone have, and they actually sent me these headphones recently, the H9. These are the flagships with the noise cancelling for the PlayStation. They're PlayStation styled. They're quite big actually. It'll be interesting to see if these actually fit with the VR headset. But I got these recently. They've been out for a while, so I'm undecided as to whether to do a review on this. What I might do is do a live review on the headphones instead of an actual sort of edited one and all that, because it has been out for a while. Quite a few people have done videos on this. So if I do one now, probably nobody will watch it. But I have been using them a lot, so I could probably do a live sort of a live long-term review of these headphones. Let me know if you want to see that. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Yeah, I mean, look, they just put the headphones in the box just so you have a solution from day one, but I think they probably fully expect you to have a proper gaming headphones for the VR experience, because you want to be immersed, right? You want to be fully immersed in the game, and I don't think earbuds are the best way to do that unless they're like really, really good earbuds. I'm actually surprised to see that Sony don't bring out a sort of dongle that connects their XM5 earbuds to the PlayStation. Something like that, you know what I mean? Some kind of proprietary connection between their top of the line earbuds and the PlayStation. But this is typical Sony, the sort of fragmentation between the different brands. I mean, Xperia look after me sometimes, they send me phones. InZone look after me. The camera department, I never hear anything from them. Audio, I work with them quite a bit. PlayStation, never, which is quite sad because I love the PlayStation stuff. Anyway, let's have a look at the headset. And I use all Sony camera gear as well, and I know quite a bit about them as well, so it'd be nice if Sony Imaging reached out to me. So this is the actual VR headset. It's actually way lighter than I was expecting, a lot lighter than I was expecting. it doesn't feel like that's gonna, if you wear that for a long time, it's gonna sort of fatigue you. Surprisingly light. That's the first thing that strikes me about this headset. Give you guys a different angle. Yeah, that is light. That is very, very light. Yeah, very surprisingly light. You guys look on the inside here. So those are the optics there. Upgraded field of view, now 4K 120 Hertz. This rubber piece here, should see if I show you the top down, it'd be easier. So this rubber piece here, just make sure no light pollution gets in the sides of the headset. It can be removed for cleaning, so there's these little catches at the top. I don't know if you can see that there, just in here, where you can actually remove this completely. So you can clean it if your mate comes around and they're particularly sweaty and they leave this in a horrible state. At least you can sort of clean it up and use it again. Right, check this out, buttons. So buttons here is a power button in the middle, just kind of recessed in there so you're not going to hit it by accident. You've got the, I think this is a mode function button, and then that is actually just a voice pickup. So that's a mic. So if you're playing, I guess if you're playing online games and stuff, you can actually use this as your mic input. And then you'll notice on the front, these 4 dots, these are all sort of image sensors, which are used for measuring distance. So there is software within the PlayStation that actually maps out the floor space in your room, and you can even toggle these cameras on so you can actually see through the VR headset, so you don't walk into things. You can locate the controllers if you put them down and that kind of thing, which is pretty cool. There is more controls somewhere. Where are they? Oh yeah, on the top here. So this little button here, that's a release catch, so you can adjust the distance, and also that can help you put the headset on. Also, you've got this dial here. So this dial alters or adjusts the space between the eyes, so you can get the optics just right for your eye position, depending on how your eyes are. You can sort of dial that in to where it needs to be, which is cool. Yeah, and then on the back here, you have this kind of locking mechanism. So once you've put it on your head, you can push that button and actually tighten it up or loosen it up. And I believe this actually acts as a quick release for the headset as well. So if you need to take it off quickly, you can push that button and release it. Also, you'll notice these little, I'll show you on the top down, these little holes here. So these actually, when you connect the headphones, the earbuds up, when you're not using them, you can literally just kind of store them away here in these little bits. Yeah, so that's the main headset there and the earbuds. Let's have a look at these controllers now. So yeah, just a word to the wise for the early adopters of the PSVR2. You got to look after these, guard these with your life, because if these go faulty because of you, something you did, you're in trouble. If they go faulty due to a manufacturer's fault, you'll be all right. Sony should change them for you. So yeah, you got to really look after these. Very light. It feels like a boxing glove or something. Is there any boxing games for PSVR? That would be cool. Just going to read a few comments here. Namaste. Oh, the weather's nice in Greece. I bet it is. It's miserable out here in England, but when is it not? But last year it was like 40 degrees out here in the summer. It was unbelievable. And I hear it's actually going to be even hotter this year. Okay, my opinions on the controllers out of the box. They feel very nice, very natural. That's kind of, it's like you're holding 2 guns, like the Matrix style, dual wielding. Very cool. The joysticks feel just like the DualSense but smaller, and the button layout is as you would expect, square, triangle, X, circle. Here you've got the share and the menu buttons very easy within reach. The PlayStation button as well is also, it's not just, I thought that might have just been for looks, but it's actually an actual button. That one, yeah, that's an actual button there. You got the wrist straps. There's also the R1 and L1 on the inside of the grips. So your first finger would rest on the triggers, which feel really nice. They're quite textured as well. Even though they look smooth, they're actually quite textured. Your second finger will reach these L1 and R1 buttons. Your thumbs can reach anywhere on there. And here, and I can't actually see it with my own eyes right now, but there's actually, the pattern here is the X, circle, square, triangle pattern. You can feel it, might be able to hear it. If I put the macro lens on, you guys will be able to see that close up. There is an accessory for the PSVR, which is the charging dock, which I don't have, but you'll be able to see here that they do have regular USB-C ports for charging these, and I have no shortage of USB-C cables and plugs, so I don't need to worry about the docking station, although it would be nice to have. I'll be alright charging these manually for now. Yeah, first impressions are, these are, for a PlayStation owner, the perfect addition. The cable there, I believe this cable that comes with it is really, really long. The optimization software hopefully accounts for the cable, because if this is draped across the room, you don't really want to be snagging that and pulling the PlayStation off of the surface that it's on. That would be a nightmare. So I'd be interested to see how Sony have tackled that possible problem. But check this out. So now got the H9s, the Edge, and the PSVR 2. So I've got the proper setup going on here. The only thing I don't have downstairs is a Sony TV, which is something in the future hopefully I can get and test out with the PlayStation stuff. But yeah, that's the unboxing of the PSVR 2. First impressions are, this is lighter than I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing. It feels really well built though. It doesn't feel like cheap or anything like that. The earbuds, I understand why they put these in here, although I don't think I'm going to use these. I'll test them, but I don't think I'm going to use these. I'm going to use the H9s with these and see how that goes. And then the controllers, very, very nice as well. They're lightweight. The buttons are exactly where you'd expect them to be. If you're familiar with PlayStation controllers, it's not going to be a strange layout or a new layout. It's not going to be hard to learn, to be honest. So that's fantastic here. Concern is breaking them, but then that's exactly why they've put the wrist straps on here, so you can make sure you don't drop them. But if you're punching, if let's say you're playing a boxing game, someone walks in front of you without you realizing and you end up sparking them, could damage these because they are just plastic at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah, brilliant. I'm very, very happy with everything. It's been years since I've used VR in any form. It's something that I don't know, I thought it was going to really take off quicker than it did. Way back, I actually, for the channel members who joined, who've already joined, you might have seen the post I posted today, which linked to the Gamescom video, which I made in 2015, where I missed the flight to Germany and then decided to drive to Germany to go to the Gamescom. Even though I didn't have tickets to the Gamescom, I thought I'd be able to blag my way in, because I had at the time a 360 Kodak camera, which nobody knew about these things back then. And I actually convinced my cousin Dave to wear the 360 camera on his head, and we were going to sort of make these VR videos at the Gamescom. And actually that was the golden ticket, because that actually got us through all of the barriers and allowed us to jump queues and test stuff out that the regular people there, which we were, didn't get to do, so that was cool. I watched that video, and I tell you what, it's the most cringe-worthy video ever. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was funny. I actually did try and start a German-Mexican wave as well in the queue to get in. And actually some people went along with it, because what we did was we put the VR camera in the middle of this big circle where everyone was queuing, and some of them went along with it. Others probably just thought, who the hell is this idiot telling us to do a Mexican wave? Which I probably would have thought as well if someone had done that while I was queuing up. Anyway, that's the unboxing. I'll give you guys a little macro look at some of this stuff, and then I'll show you what I'm giving away today. The thing that I actually wanted to give away, I can't find it. It's here somewhere. Let's get a close-up look at some of the fine details here. All right, check this out. Hopefully this is going to focus. You guys see that? So that's the buttons. This is on the left controller. All of these are functional buttons. Check out the grip surface here. You see the little circle, you see the PlayStation symbols, right? That's pretty nice, huh? Nice attention to detail. The trigger is really nice too. It looks like it's just part of the one piece of the controller, but it is touch sensitive, pressure sensitive trigger, which is really cool. And check this out, even the little toggle on the wrist strap, it's PlayStation branding. That's pretty nice. The cameras, give you guys a look at the cameras on the front. So there's some cool tech in these in this headset, which is upgraded from previous versions. So there's something called foveated rendering. So that's rendering where it can tell using eye tracking where you're looking, and it can focus the sort of GPU graphics rendering in those specific areas. So if you're looking, your eyes are looking to the left, it can actually turn down the resolution on the right and just put all of the firepower to the left, which is really cool. Interested to see how that actually works. You can see the optics there. There's some other cool stuff, like the eye tracking is not just used for the foveated rendering, but also apparently, according to the sort of launch day announcement, it can actually, if you're playing multiplayer games with your friends and stuff using PSVR, they can see where you're looking by looking at you. So they can see where your eyes are looking. So this kind of eye tracking stuff is pretty crazy. Also, something else they've added now into the headset is the vibration motor. So that should give you an extra sense of things happening around you. It will vibrate on your head and also on the controllers themselves. So that's pretty immersive. I don't know how good it is. Like I said, my sort of expectations are pretty high. I have to say, since it's been so long since I've tried VR, I would expect it to be very, very good. Yeah. Okay. So I think now I'll show you guys what I'm giving away and how to enter the giveaways. So I am still giving away, let me just go get it. So I am still giving away these to anybody who's in the channel membership. I did a post on the channel members page, which only channel members can see. All you need to do to enter that competition is leave a comment below that, and then I'll pick a random winner. I'll let TubeBuddy pick a random winner from that. Now, today I have so much stuff stacking up here in the studio that I just want rid of. It's getting on my nerves now, so I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way. I'll show you. If you want any of this stuff, you can have it. All you have to do is sign up to the membership and let me know which one you want, and it's yours. And if there's more than one person asking for it, then we'll do a random draw as to who gets it. So, okay, let's start. So first up is this one. I love these cases, the Pitaka cases. They're aramid fiber cases. This one's for the 13 Pro Max. It's in blue. Very nice case, very lightweight. This one I did use for a little while. This is one of the only cases I did use for a little while, so it's not going to be mint fresh. Here's one that I didn't use, like at all. I literally took it out of the box for a video, put it back in the box. This is an official smart clear view cover case for the S20 Ultra. So obviously only sort of ask for this if you have this phone. Here's another case from Pitaka, which they sent me, and I don't have the phone. I got the Pro Max version, I don't have the Pro. This is the 14 regular Pitaka Mag Easy Pro case. So there is magnets in here. It is aramid fiber, super lightweight, it's very strong. It's also got the raised lip, which the regular ones has, but not as much as this. This one also has a different kind of lining inside, so you get less scratches if grit gets behind the phone. Another Pitaka case for a phone that I don't have and never had. It's the regular 13, iPhone 13. Same deal here. This is not the Pro version though. Official case, Samsung S21 Ultra. This is like a kickstand case. Once again, took it out of the packet, put it back in the packet, and it's been there ever since. And it's just literally been in a box in the other room. So if you want this, it's yours, S21 Ultra. More stuff. This is from Mouse. So this is for the Pixel 7. If you're a Pixel 7 owner, this is a mouse case. It's really nice. It's also got magnets built in. It's aramid fiber. It's a bit thicker. It's got this crazy impact dispersing technology in here, which is nice. It's a very, very premium case. I think this actually hasn't left this room. So I did put it on the phone for a little while, but it's been in this room ever since. What else? Two cases for the S23 Ultra from Whitestone Dome. Big fan of Whitestone Dome screen protectors. They often send these cases with them, just as a nice gesture, and quite often I've got so many cases I don't know what to do with them. So these are still brand new in the box. There's the diamond case and the B case. This is another gift from Pitaka, which I have not used. This is a car Qi mount. It's one of the ones that clips onto the air vent in the car. The reason I don't use this is, and I don't want to put any of you off if you want to win it, is it's usually quite cold in England, which means I have to put the heating on in the car, and that means my phone is getting cooked by the heaters, and that's why I don't like these kind of phone chargers for cars, or even phone holders for cars. The ones that clip onto the vent, I don't think it's a good method. No offense, Pitaka, but that's just how I feel about these kind of phone things. But they are cool for some of you guys. If you live in a warm country, you don't care about that kind of thing, you can plug a USB cable, which is probably in the box, to the car charger. And actually this one, check this out, I didn't even realize this. This one's actually got a fan built in. Where's it? Focus. All right, let's go manual focus on this. This one has a fan built in. Where's that? Focus. Check that out. I didn't even realize that. So that's up for grabs. There is another Pitaka case. This is an old one, the S20 Ultra case. And then I've got this. I don't have the Z Fold 3 anymore. This was a very expensive screen protector from Whitestone Dome. I think it was more than 50 quid to buy this, the Dome Silk. Slightly technical to fit it. It's still sealed in the box. I have no use for it, so let me know if you have that phone. You can have this if you want. Like I said, the channel membership is $1 a month, and the money from that is going to shipping these products. And probably I'm going to use all of the money that I must have got over the last 3 months to ship these things. One more case, which I don't have a phone for anymore, and I don't have the box for. This is the Z Fold 3 Pitaka case. Aramid fiber, very strong, very slim. Also, no magnets in this one though, but it's a very good case if you want it. And I've got plenty more where these came from, but I just wanted to keep it to these for today. If you want to win any of these, let me know, comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this live unboxing, first impressions and walkthrough. I am going to try this out now. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day playing it. Yeah, so I'm just going to read some of the comments and then, yeah. Jeff, it's yours if you want. S20 Ultra case, it's all yours, mate. You get an error when you try to join the membership. That's interesting. I don't know why that is, to be honest. I'm going to have to look into that. That's the problem. The case for so Netbook, you're asking about the color of the VR headset and the case for the PlayStation. So let me show you. That's the color of the headset. That's the color of the controller. So it looks like there is a slight difference, a very, very slight difference. The controller is, I believe, identical to the... maybe there's a slight difference because I've been using this for like 8 hours straight and now it's kind of not as clean as it once was. But it's pretty much exactly the same color. Yeah. Yeah, Oppo, yeah, Aditya. Yeah, Oppo didn't invite me to their launch event in London, but they did fly over a bunch of American YouTubers and pay for their accommodation, their flights and everything, and I didn't even get an invite, and I would have happily jumped on a bus or a train to go. So I'm a bit sad about that. The Find N2 Flip looks amazing when it comes to folding phones or flipping phones, whatever you want to call them. I wish they had invited me to that. What's interesting is they've invited me to some UEFA party in Barcelona, which is fine, but I'm more interested in the phones than the party, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Frozen Gamer. I appreciate that. On the WH-C720N headphones, I did my best to cover as many of the questions that people might have about the headphones. And it's funny when some people said you didn't mention Alexa, when actually I did, which means they didn't watch the video properly. So hopefully they went back and watched it again and found the answer to that question. The only thing that I left out of that video, which I wanted to add, was the codecs that the headphones use, the specific codecs. And also I didn't know when it came to the mics on the, let me get the headphones so you know what I'm talking about. These headphones, the new ones. So what I didn't know about these was the amount of mics. So I know there's two on the outside and there's clearly one on the left ear cup for the voice pickup. Where is it? Can't find it. But there's also two on the inside, which I didn't know about. And I wanted to mention that in the video, but I didn't get confirmation on that until after I published the video. So that was one of the things that I felt I missed out on that review. Yeah. Snowstorm. Wow. The shovel 3. What? Whereabouts are you? You got a snowstorm going on? That's crazy. So I think I'm going to wrap this up now. We've covered pretty much everything. Like I said, channel members, just put your name in the hat for any of these things that you see in the live stream. If you're the only one who asks for a particular thing, it's yours. If more than one person asks for something, then we'll do a draw and then we'll figure out who wins it. But don't worry, like I said, I've got a box in the other room full of stuff like this, which is just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And it's starting to take up space and just get in the way now. So it's like, what am I going to do with it? I can't be bothered to put it on eBay. It's too much effort. I prefer to send it to you guys for free. So yeah, I think that's it. We're going to wrap it up. I'm going to go play some PlayStation VR. I am considering doing a review of the VR headset, even though I'm late to the party once again. Maybe I can do a long-term review, let you guys know what I think. Maybe I'll title it something like VR I don't know. I have to think about it. Oh, other thing I want to tell you guys, tomorrow, if any of you guys have the S23 or any Samsung phone pretty much, there's a video which I spent 13 hours yesterday, and that's not an exaggeration, working on, which should be going live tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Turn your bell notifications on. Appreciate you guys for joining the live stream. If you're watching it on the replay, I appreciate you guys. You do have time to enter the giveaways for everything you've seen in this video. I think what I'll do is we'll wait until next week after the MWC, and then we'll draw all the winners. So within 10 days. So you've got about a week to enter the competition. Yeah, so that's it. See you in the next one.